What can a stranger do in public that will immediately make you judge them? Drop litter. Not pick up their dog's shit. Watch a video on full blast, without headphones where it is very clearly inappropriate. Or scream at their kids, in front of a bunch of strangers. I think it's absolutely humiliating for a child, and it is very telling of how they are to the child all the time. Scream at their partner. Throw trash on the ground. A guy was walking in for an interview with my boss and just yeeted trash between the parked cars. We're a small company, so we clean ourselves. After he left, I let her know, and that was that. How lazy. That would only translate to work. What's a Google search that can unexpectedly get you arrested? How to make a bomb and forgetting to add in Minecraft. I did some software development job. At one point I caught myself Googling how to kill a child if its parent is dead. Yep, forgot to add process after child. Adam Savage got a call from the FBI because he sent an email to the wrong recipient. The email referenced thermal detonators, which was a Star Wars prop or something. He thought that the FBI was a prank caller. When I was deployed to the Middle East, I was going through a leadership course and I was given the subject of C4 to do a 15-minute presentation of. I Googled how it's made, how it works, how to make it more efficient, different ways it can be used. It dawned on me that I was looking all this up from IP address in the Middle East, and I thought for sure I was on some type of watch list. Deleted by user. There are a lot of younger people who seem to think that they are the ones who have discovered all the injustices in the world. I think every generation is like that, though. The young become aware of the bad things in the world, wonder why life is that way, and then blame the older generations for not doing anything about it, without recognizing how hard the older generations had to fight just to get things to this point, from much worse situations. They don't realize that real social change takes a considerable amount of effort from a lot of people over time. Nothing changes overnight. I can remember thinking the same sorts of things when I was a teen and young adult, though, and I'm sure that young people from generations older than me were the same. It is a function of age, rather than generation. At 31, I'm not sure if I can answer this question. But it applies to everyone. You just mostly see it from younger people. Judging people from history through the lens of today's standards. What is the best insult response you've ever heard? My dad always tells people I'm not as dumb as I look. He said this to someone in passing one day who replied no one could possibly be that dumb. To this day tells me it was such a sick burn he was left speechless. Online gaming. Some obnoxious kid is trolling an older player. Finally the older dude rolls out. You keep that shit up and I'll bang your mom just so she has a kid she's not embarrassed about. Mic drop. Server bursts into laughter. My ex-mother-in-law was once having a go at me and said you used to be a nice person. I snapped back with well, at least I was once. Still proud of that. My teacher once told a kid who kept adding the silliest comments to the discourse, you make it really difficult to underestimate you. The man mistook that for a compliment because he didn't understand what it meant. What's the most fucked up thing you've done? While it happened over 30 years ago, sometimes I will remember it and think, you sick bastard. All of my friends were headed to New Orleans to party. I had to work, but wanted to go. I called one of my managers around midnight and told his wife my GF had been killed in a car accident. I didn't even have a GF. I was just a drug addict with no respect for others. Got back to work on Monday and they had a card signed by the whole staff. I ended up in rehab a couple of weeks later. Poo cigarettes. Pooped in a plastic bag. Left it on the porch for a week. It was May. Smashed dried up poop into poo dust. Bought cigarettes I know the individual smoked, emptied one and filled it with poo dust, left pack in their car. They threw up when they lit it. Don't fuck with family.